match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. To speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers last week for Mitchell. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Prescott now. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to it. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the set. And it's 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Agnew now to return. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And incomplete on the deep ball. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down to score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. And we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. He'll look to throw, escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm here, my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Caught by Allen. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there on the catch and run. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now Prescott completes it to Davis. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sand. Here's Prescott. Under pressure, they got him again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sand. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on that last drive, Went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better. Here's a diving catch right side. So a first catch for him in the ball game. And you know the scuttlebutt has been he's not getting enough touches, enough catches, not feeling involved enough in the offense. So maybe that can get him going.
You and I both know that there's not a wide receiver alive that ever feels like in any...
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 33. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
To throw again on second down. Prescott. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Let's see what our player spotlight feature has in store with Dak Prescott. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better? The Charger drive about to get going. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And that's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Prescott from the gun. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee. And that means 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Flushed out right. Lets it fly for Thielen. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Adam Thielen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. They've got to find a way to get him more involved in this game plan. Down here in the second quarter, he doesn't even have a catch.
I don't think they're not hearing about it in the huddle and on the sidelines. And we often think of wide receivers at times being disruptive. It's just that they know their talents and they know the type of plays they can make, and they can make big ones. They want the ball to help their team.
Yeah, you got to think he's going to want the ball more. 1 target, no catches. To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now Prescott. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4. Here's Sam Cook now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Flush to his right. Lets it fly for Thielen. And got his man complete. The 30. 10. 5. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there just before halftime.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket, because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Tucker with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Prescott looks to throw on first. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Prescott to throw it. He's got Allen. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Prescott on 3rd and 2. In trouble, and he's taken down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. On the return, here's Agnew. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there just before halftime.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff, but, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that would extend this big lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away from the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach, because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. So this will be spotted on the midfield. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. So we've reached halftime here. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Eluding the pressure right. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that's caught inside the 30. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
Well, Bart, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, he's got him in the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
On second down, Prescott again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And this will be taken at the 13. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just get...
He's got it with the 15. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead will swell by one more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mitchell. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Prescott. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
A great return there of 22 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. Where he stands right now, as you see, already over 1,000. You have to think 2,000 is a real possibility. Long way to go in the season, but what he's done so far, spectacular.
It is, and you know what he's also hoping for? He's going to play a lot of man coverage from here on out, because one of the best ways to slow down production is to go to zone and double, triple team, put a number of people in the area that you expect him to run into. But man-to-man, every receiver believes he's going to win that battle. And you know what they all do? They all keep kind of a book, you know, on what the defenders do, what their moves are, their best things.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. It's a big play there for Baltimore. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. The Charger drive about to get going. Just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your...
Under pressure, and down he goes. There'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
We've been around this league for a while. Many coaches never play their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What were they collecting on offense?